And let's see what happens, because I can't have you guys sitting forever here. So Worcester is in the lead at 2 votes, so let's go ahead and do that one. And let's see if we can get this to work. I don't want to be wasting your guys' time. Hey Mix, good to see you again. Okoda, so many familiar faces, it's kind of cool to see everyone. Now, question for you guys. Next Saturday, there's a possibility that I will either be streaming late or we'll have to push to Monday. So this one works. So it's got to be a problem with the replay file. That's unfortunate. So yeah, so would you guys prefer me to stream on Saturday and the concept of potentially starting a little bit later? Or would you prefer I push the stream back to Sunday at the same time, 1 to 3 standard? Or Central. Hey, Troll, this is your replay. Sean, that was the replay file on the Scarab. That was not working. One of the Twilight modes. Twilight battles. Time for screenshots. Okay, thanks, Ujam. Ooh, you're using the black camo. That's cool. That black camo, I'll tell you, is pretty cool. I really love the black on the standard. Looks nice, but even just a quick black paint on it is still pretty damn sexy, if you ask me. Let's get a butt shot, because I haven't done a butt shot on this ship for a while. Tired of the front shots. There we go. Alright, so now you've got the black camo, but you don't really have anything for flags to boost your XP earnings. So in my opinion, you're kind of wasting your camo if you're not going to use flags at the same time that boost your XP earnings. You've got 3 flags being used right now. 2 of them are credit earning, and then this one here is fire reduction time. Fire reduction isn't going to be that helpful on the Worcester. I mean, it helps, sure, but personally I like to hold those for my battleships and for my destroyers. Let's get the mini-map up here. Just catching up on chat for a second. Yeah, it would be nice if the vote were alphabetized. This is something that's brand new that's been slowly but surely added and edited, so you know, don't worry too much about that for now, but still, it's pretty awesome that we have something here to keep track of stuff. And once again, those are all the battles that I have, all the different replays. Alright, and then I was going to also ask Trolls if you wanted to hop into voice or if you wanted to just stay kind of hanging out here and watching. Let me know what you'd prefer. The first thing I'm going to say is this is a standard battle, and because it's a standard battle, you have to be careful not to get too far past your base, because you want to be in a position to run back and defend if possible. Also, there are carriers. Now, you have the ability to wipe out any of the carrier planes, sure, but the bigger problem is that you're going to be spotted much more often. So one of the things is you have to be thinking about like where to duck in for cover and stuff. So I do like your idea of going into the islands here to help break line of sight, to help get you some of that defensive, you know, just overpowered island armor to throw on the side of your ship, so to speak. But that's something you should be mindful of right now is I need to be ready to run back to my base if something breaks through on the other side or up the middle. And B, how do I protect myself from getting whacked? There are, let's see, there's a Yamato, which can be a huge problem for you. The other battleships, Musashi, of course, same problem. Frederick can be an issue. Massachusetts and Amagi can also be problems for you. Worcester, Minotaur, let's see, we've got Yamato and Worcester in a div, and a Toggle B and Kid in a div. Okay. Destroyer-wise, obviously, that's what you eat, that's your food, so that's not such a big deal. but you definitely have to be mindful of those battleships. There are no heavy cruisers aside from the Otago to worry about, so you don't have to worry so much about giving broadside to cruisers, which is nice. That being said, the Otago can chew you up, Daring can chew you up, and obviously Shimakaze and Kid, well, more Shimakaze with the torpedoes is a potential threat. Trolls, I see you don't have a mic, no problem, man.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Oh boy, this Daring is immediately... okay. Now, you could pop your radar here, but I don't know that you want to necessarily. Look at the minimap, Yamato, Frederick, Massachusetts, all on the east side. You've just got that Musashi there, and the Amagi to worry about. Oh, and the Minotaur now. Okay. Here's where I'd be careful, is that Minotaur is probably going to kill that Cossack of yours. Let's go take a look, because I see what you're doing. You're just going to spam the Musashi for a bit. And let's see what happens with this Cossack here, because that's important. Okay, Minotaur is most likely going to be smoke and not radar. That's very good for the Cossack. And that's actually pretty decent for you, too. One of the things you could do right now is, instead of farming on the Musashi, you could pop your radar. Oh, somebody else did. And you can use that as an opportunity to spot what's going on in this smoke here. The Minotaur is out of his smoke now, and is shooting at the Cossack there. So here's an example, I think, of team play. Sure, farming the Musashi is useful, but I think more importantly would be to get you in a position to do something about this Minotaur. Okay, you've spotted the Minotaur. He's turning away from you. That's fine. You're switching to HE. Smart. Okay, and he is definitely smoking now in front of you, which is dumb, but hey, it's okay. I would be expecting torpedoes. You did that with your hydro action, so that's good. Your radar there is okay timing. I would have maybe waited just a second longer to let this guy settle into the smoke and feel comfortable being there, then pop the radar. Nice kill. Beautiful kill, though. And that's what matters most, right, is getting that kill. Most importantly, look, your Cossack is now safe because you supported your team. You have to be careful, though. You've got that Amagi that's pushing up around your flank in front of you. Here come torpedoes. There's the Musashi. Okay, so you've got yourself pretty well covered from the battleships, other than from the front end with the Amagi here. You're gonna have to watch for that guy carefully. Hey, Wraith, how are you?
Torpedoes to port.
Okay, so the Amagi's got a front side shot on you, which is fine. That's not a big deal. Now that Daring is killed. I would not push forward here. I would probably back up and go behind this island, and then turn around. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get into a kiting position, but look what just happened because of that. Hello, Sea Bear. Once again, guys, I've got the vote available there. We're watching the Worcester replay now. Looks like Wakeful has 2 votes, so we'll hit that one next. And then we'll go based off of your votes. So just throw in your thoughts, and we'll go from there. Now, you're doing this. You have to be really careful, because look at who you're giving a broadside to. Now, luckily for you, this Musashi is in full retreat, and only his rear turret can hit you. So you're kind of minimizing the damage that he can do, which is good. Had the Musashi been bow forward to you still, I would tell you that this would be a very risky play. It's still pretty risky, but I do like that you're being aggressive here. The Amagi is clearly trying to run away. You've probably got IFHE on your commander, so you can chew up his 32mm armor quite nicely. Yeah, you mistimed it trying to go dark. Yep, absolutely. That happens, and that's why I think back up behind the island first, and then when you feel like it's safe, then you can make the turn. Here comes some bombers that you can just, defensive fire away, which reminds me, you've got standard defensive fire, probably trying to save on some credits. I'm not going to fault you for that, and because honestly, you don't see carriers that often, and even when you do, most carriers aren't going to attack a Worcester, because why would you? Now control click on the torpedo bombs here. The fact that he screwed up that torpedo bomb strike tells you that this carrier is probably a little bit of a novice here and isn't quite sure how to drop their bombs, and that happens. Something that's frustrating me, but look at that, 20 plane kills with a defensive fire. I mean, that's just beauteous. Once again, reposting your ship list here that you choose from.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
Up the butt. That's okay. I like, though, you know, that you're preventing the team from advancing over here. The other side seems to be winning quite handily as well. So that's good. And as you go up, you're gonna have to start thinking about, like, now I would probably use a repair party, because you've got that moment there. You are burning the Amagi, and it is ticking, which is good. There goes the Otago B. We saw over here in Missouri, had a good shot on him, sure. But yeah, I would probably use one of your heals now, just to get that up. Ooh, Shima killing the booster is good. Just to get your health pool back up a little bit, and more importantly, to have this timer reset. I spoke about this recently in a Jean Bart video, so I think that would help.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Yeah, I'm in here. You're absolutely right. You can check the pregame rate. There you go. Thank you. You can check the pregame ratings and stuff like that. I usually don't. I just go right into it. I should be, but I'm not. With the Amagi leaving you, technically he's in your range, but by the time your shells get there, he's going to be out of range. So here's what I would do. I would turn to the right and have my guns left and get much closer, almost to like here from the Amagi, and then open up.
Our victory is in sight.
Well, we have a moment, guys. I don't know if you saw my one-year anniversary celebration stream or video on YouTube, but check it out. And if you have any replays that you really enjoyed watching, please nominate them. I'm going to reward each person that both nominates players and that is nominated with a code for goodies. And I'm also going to draw one person live next weekend to win the grand prize, which is going to be a premium ship of their choice up to tier 8. Hello, Predator. And your planes are going off, but I mean, there's... Okay. So you have a good chance to use defensive now. As you've been using premium consumables, you could use it right now, but that's okay. He's obviously bombing the Otago instead. Oh, Yamato has decided to turn around. Be careful here. You're kind of moving around a bit here, and you just kind of beached, which is very dangerous. And the Amagi there still has shots on you, and so far he's been a pretty decent shot, right? So I'd be very, very hesitant to give him that shot. But hey, game ended. All right, well, not too bad of a game. I like that you you stayed on the flank and stuff, and you pushed at the right time. At the start, I criticized a little bit your firing on the Musashi, but even though technically, I would say you're better for the Minotaur, your shot still forced the Musashi to go into a defensive posture, which was important for moving up on the flank, so that was good. Most importantly, though, when you saw that Minotaur come out and try to kill the Cossack, you came out as well and dispensed of the Minotaur, so that was really important. The only thing I would say is, when it comes to chasing ships, Worcester, you don't really want to chase people with the Worcester, so put yourself in a position where, you kind of get them to chase you, or even just stay stealth and go find somebody else to go and bother, would be my only suggestions there. Does the goodies include coal? I'm not going to tell you. World of Warships just crashed on me, so I gotta pull that up. And their error monitor said there's a real big problem with the game. Duh. Oh, by the way, for those of you guys who are keeping replays and stuff like that, apparently the patch last week has reset the replay limit to 30. So, if you had a whole bunch of replays and then you patched and didn't notice it, guess what? You've just lost a whole bunch of replays. So, congrats, I guess. I've brought it to the attention of the Wargaming staff through my channels and my connections, and some of the other CCs have as well. It's being looked at. They're trying to move that parameter to a different file that